Good afternoon, evening, good morning, wherever you are, and welcome to another Master of Malt. Wow, look at what we've got coming up today, Jake. That's a cracking collection of whiskies right there.
I've spotted the first one. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's where we're starting.
Yeah, I know. That's where we're starting. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's a fine one to start off. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Very rare, very rare. So we talk about Master of Malt, ultra rare whiskies being won for ridiculously low prices, and we're going to start with one that's got very rare in the title. I'm just looking forward to next week's competition. There are two sold out already, Jake. So the Armagnac and the Chichibu red wine cask is already gone.
The Armagnacs seem to be popular, which I'm delighted by. Like, it's good to see, interest in the Armagnacs.
That's an XXO. Oh, XXO. Yeah. So that looks pretty good. Yeah, I had a friend over, a whiskey collector friend over from France the other week. And we had a very sensible touristy day in London together because he had brought his two young children over. So they were sort of 8 and 10, I think they were. So we did the Science Museum and the parks and stuff like that. But he did bring some samples of cognac over, and I've got a 50-year-old cognac from the 70s sample to try, and a 100-year-old cognac.
Damn.
Yeah. 100-year-old cognac. I've been saving it to try on That's a splendid day today. It's a splendid weekend coming up as well. So yes, maybe this weekend.
It's mind-boggling, like just how different the world was a century ago when that was distilled.
Yeah, or even the 70s. Even the 70s. Yeah, it's a long, long time ago. The changes of this little island that I grew up on. I can see the changes as when I Google Earth it. Just wow, and that. Okay, what we've got coming up next week? We've got a Macallan, the archival series, so folio 6 and 7, 2 whiskies there as our superstar prize. That's like £3 worth of whiskey. One that really clicked on me. Well, there's more than one actually. There's 2 closed distilleries in here. An Ardbeg 33-year-old from 1991, which is really, really interesting because Ardbeg closed in 25th of March 1981, and it remained closed until 1989. And then between 89 and 96, it was just running for 2 months of the year by the guys from Lafroig that would come up and just keep the distillery. So the distillery was put in mothballs, and if you read in that Peat, Smoke and Spirit book, you can hear about read about the distillery sort of falling into disrepair as it was just empty and only used for those 2 months. So that's pretty cool. That is, I've seen very little named Ardbeg from that period, I must admit. All of our stuff was unnamed. Although it's long gone. It's long gone. You only find it at auction now. But yes, that's very, very cool. So that's a single cask, 33 years old, Ardbeg from 1991. I wish we'd kept a few of our casks. Because we'll be up there. There's a couple of other bangers in there. There's a Brora from 1982. That's an old connoisseur's choice from Gordon MacPhail. So that's an old Brora. There's also a St. Magdalen from 1980. Another Gordon MacPhail bottling. I guess that's from a private collection because I haven't seen any St. Magdalen for such a long time.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's a Lafroig collection, 5 Lafroigs. That looks like their core series, 1010 Legacy Edition, 18-year-old in the PX cask, and that's just a £5. That's St. Magdalen is just a £5 as well. And there are only 99 tickets. Wow. Bang, bang, bang. There's some tequila in there. That's my karaoke piece, tequila. Yeah, that's my karaoke piece. That's a tequila. It's a Grand Patron Platinum Tequila, and there's a rum bundle of 4 from Dictador. There's a 1220 Platinum and Or rum. So that's what's going. The rum has almost gone, and the Lafroy collection has not many tickets left as well, and neither has the Glenfarclas. I forgot about the Glenfarclas. 1986 Glen. 35 years maturing in a cask, opened in April 2021. So that's been just 140. Yeah, so some great whiskies coming up next week. 5 sold out, and 5 didn't quite sell out. So we'll start that draw right now, I think. And this is the first one I picked up. Like, I always start with something very rare. 2020.
Yeah, Middleton, very rare.
Yeah, I thought it would pique your interest.
Yeah, always a fan of these Middleton Distillery bottles of any variety. So a quick shout out to people watching along. We've got regulars, James saying afternoon all. Good luck everyone, of course. Yeah, absolutely. And then Claire, who is our rum fan, sadly won't be able to join us, but she must have posted this just before we came on. But they have 3 tickets, and they're trying to collect some rum for their birthday on Thursday. So fingers crossed for all of you, absolutely.
And happy birthday on Thursday. Mine is next week. So what shall I pick for mine next week? Yeah, good afternoon if you're watching. It's afternoon here in deepest mid-Bedfordshire. We've got 10 lots to get through today, and we're just going to pick out the first one very shortly. Middleton Very Rare 2025. So this is quite a unique one. 6 different distillate styles have been brought together for this bottling. The whiskies were drawn from a historic A2 warehouse. So if I have a quick look, so handpicked not 1 but 3 grain whiskey styles, including a 22-year-old batch made from a malted barley mash bill and a rare 21-year-old grain. Both spent their lives in American refill whiskey barrels. Yeah, they're pot still, and lots of other bits and pieces in there. So
so they've got malted barley that's gone through the column, I think, and then also like a high proportion of pot still as well. I think. Adam was at the launch for this one and came back very excited. So yeah, this is a good one. Wheels ready, Dave?
I'm ready to go. Let's pick a winner for this one.
Get this show on the road. Okay. Best of luck, everyone. And it is Hyundai L.
Hyundai.
Huge congrats.
Congratulations. Huge congratulations. Jake is very, very jealous now.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's next up. This one also sold out. We're from the Middleton Very Rare to the Macallan 18-year-old double oak cask. Again, these are pretty sought after, these bottles of whiskey. Sort of a 300-pound bottle of whiskey for these old Macallans here, 18-year-old. I think they only produce sort of 1 of these. I remember reading an article about a guy who bought a bottle of 18-year-old Macallan on his child's birthday every year and sort of presented to him when he was 18. So he had every vintage from 18 years, and it was enough to sell and put a deposit down for a house. Yes.
And yeah.
Crazy, huh?
And the rest. Yeah. Goodness.
So this was just a £5 ticket. It sold out as you would think it would. 75 of you are playing for this, and we're going to bring that wheel in right now, and then we'll pick a winner.
Yeah, we've got Steve Clark and Promising Prune have joined us as well. And yeah, I'm just saying good luck, everyone. Absolutely. And good luck if you're on this wheel. So let's do it. That is going to land on Christopher H. Congratulations, Christopher.
Congratulations, Christopher. Yeah, I hope you've got all the other vintages behind it. Right. What's up next? 18. We're sticking with the 18s. I've got what's better than 118? 2 18s. A pair from the Bruichladdich, an 18-year-old
nice.
Bruichladdich and 18-year-old Port Charlotte. How about that? Not a bad little prize. Again, just over 300 quid for these. This sold out. Just £5 for these two. There are 89 of you playing for this. So we'll get that wheel up in a minute. So yeah, one unpeated, the Bruichladdich, and one heavily peated, the Port Charlotte. Not as heavily as the Octomore, but yeah, something like 45 ppm in the malt, I think, Port Charlotte, off the top of my head. It's pretty high, isn't it, really, in the grand scheme of things?
They're both, I mean, there's so much you can say great about this distillery. This is a cracker.
Oh, they've really redefined themselves, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the stuff that they're putting out these days. Absolutely. There was a period there, and certainly old school Bruichladdich was beautiful. The pre-closure Bruichladdich was absolutely delicate, stunning, but there was a sort of a mixed bag in the middle as it restarted. But yeah, this is very good.
So these two have like a bit of a shared DNA, and whilst being quite different. They use like a small amount of wine casks in the mix for the maturation as well, which is really just nicely, deftly used. Yeah.
Cool. Let's pick a winner.
Yeah, enough waffle. Let's spin a wheel. Let's find a winner. Here we go. Alan T. Congrats, Alan.
Congratulations, Alan. I hope you enjoy that pair from Bruichladdich and Islay. It's always sunny in Islay, I'm told. I've experienced the extremes of both.
In a short space of time.
No, well, I think I've experienced all 4 seasons in a day in Speyside. We got some rum coming up next. 1990 rum from Bristol's.
Yeah, nice.
This is a belter, apparently. It's a beauty of an old rum bottled by the masters at Bristol Spirits. Port Morant, initially in refill American oak before being finished in port casks. So Port Morant and port casks. There we go, 1990. Again, this sold out pretty quickly. More rum to be added, I think. Yeah. Okay. Should we bring that wheel in?
Absolutely.
Let's spin that wheel.
It is. Oh, I nearly read out the wrong name as it was getting into the next. It's Alistair A.
Congratulations, Alistair.
Yeah,
yes, superb. Okay, up next, our first multi-pack from Tom & Tower. This is a distillery you forget about sometimes, I must admit. They're sort of quietly in the background. And then when I see them at a whiskey festival, I go over there and taste a few. And I've tasted a few of these. That Tawny Port cask that's in here, the 15-year-old, is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure I tasted that 14-year-old cognac cask as well, maybe even that white port. But yes, I was really, really impressed with some of these. These are sort of spectacular. 17, 15, and 14 years old, all different finishes. Cracking price for a fiver, 500 quid's worth of whiskey for a fiver. But we didn't quite sell out on this, which is a shame. But it just increased the odds for those who did buy a ticket. So well done you. Okay, are you ready? You're ready.
Ready to go, yeah.
Let's get that winner.
Here's Andy H. Congrats, Andy.
Congratulations, Andy. I hope you enjoy that. I certainly did when I went along a lineup that's very similar to that at the Whisky Show not so long ago. So there you go. Okay, up next. It's just a single bottle, but it's 25 years old, and it's from the heart of Speyside, the town of Dufton, the beating heart of Speyside. 25-year-old rare American.
We've got a huge home straight here, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, just
5 to go, including this. Wow.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Balvenie. I think they make absolutely beautiful whiskey. That sort of gentle. Oh, God, this would be superb. Balvenie. I think I remember. I got invited to the 40-year-old launch. I think that was the first batch of 40-year-old in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Dressed up to go down there. Oh, what a great evening that was. Spoiled me. There we go. This is a 25-year-old, over 600 pound. So it's been matured in a combination of European and American oak cask before being married in a tun. A quarter of a century development. Oh yeah, this would be spectacular. It'd be absolutely spectacular. And unsurprisingly, it did sell out.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's still just a £5 a ticket. But there's 149 of you playing for this one. Just 149. Wow.
Let's find it a home. Yeah. Okay. Michael B. Congrats, Michael. Yeah, huge one.
Yeah, beautiful looking whiskey. I'm sure it'd be absolutely stunning. Their warehouses with all those marrying tons are just spectacular when you go in there. They're just so good. Right. Oh, yes, a 33-year-old Bowmore. Just a 33-year-old Bowmore. This is an independently bottled Bowmore. Over 800 pound a bottle. This is just one of 247 bottles. 33-year-old from Isla's oldest distillery. Pretty damn good. With the one of the oldest, is it one of the maturation warehouses that's it's below the sea level, isn't it? Warehouse number 1.
It's certainly right on the sea. Yeah.
And warehouse number 3 was turned into a swimming pool for the island. There you go. I'm surprised this one didn't go. Old Bowmore from an indie. That would be spectacular. Right. Let's find a winner. It's just £6 a ticket for an 800 pound bottle of whiskey. And there are just 108 on the wheel.
Cool stuff. Right. Let's get this one going. Goodness. James S. Extraordinary stuff. Congratulations, James. Yeah, to be buzzing with that. Well done.
Stunning stuff. Well, we're into the big 3 now. It just seems like every one has been a big one as I'm walking through this lineup here.
It's been quite mad.
Every single one's been a banger, hasn't it? Okay, how about this then? Hennessy Paradis. A 1,000 pound bottle of cognac here from Hennessy that was originally conceived in 1979. A blended selection of eau de vie that his grandfather had laid down. That's, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty plain in the grand scheme of things. There's no big flashy lights and packaging here. It's just in a beautiful decanter in a box. It's
a pretty gorgeous decanter, yeah.
It is but it's not blingy.
Rather than kind of super blingy, yeah.
It's not super blingy, is it? But it looks beautiful. And I can't wait to tuck into these old cognacs that I've got sitting downstairs waiting for me. Right, let's get a winner for this bottle here. Again, didn't quite sell out. But 124 of you should be on that wheel.
It's incredible. You see, talk about people's grandfathers laying stuff down before they then bring it together, and
Yeah.
generational kind of planning, and yeah.
So yeah, that started to lay down from the turn of last. So my side, I don't know how old this the master blender is, but certainly if my grandfather had laid these down, they would be 100 years old or more.
I think there's it's a variety of ages, isn't it?
Yep.
I've not put any notes together, Dave, so I can't tell you exactly, but I can spin a wheel. RJC. Huge win. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, a huge win. Congratulations.
Yeah, I feel like there is eau de vie that's like a century old in there.
Well,
Around in the back of my brain there. Yeah.
If it was conceived in 79 and his grandfather had laid them down, yeah, there will be 100, certainly around 100-year-old whiskey cognacs in there, wouldn't there? Yeah. Okay, last two to go.
Here we go. I'm doing like very quick, not very well fact-check Googling as we go, but I'm just there's loads of hundreds of different eau de vies up to 130 years old.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay, how about this for a little prize? Just 5 25-year-old Scotch. Yeah, but I mean we've covered what's it? Lowlands, Highlands, Speyside, Bunnahabhain, Glenfarclas, Glencadam, Glen Scotia, and a Loch Lomond. Wow, banging prize there. If you wanted to go out and buy all of those, you're looking at over £2,000 at the retail price of all these. These are all current bottles. That Glen Scotia is in high demand after winning a huge prize, and yeah, fantastic. What a selection.
Awesome collection, isn't it? Yeah.
Hi, shall we pick a winner?
Aye, wheel's there. Yeah, let's do it. Penultimate wheel, is it? Yeah.
It is the penultimate wheel indeed.
Hey, congrats, Mac.
Congratulations. 5 25-year-old single malt whiskies. Wow. Boom, as they say. Boom. Okay. This is the big one. With its protected Monarch the Glen on its that stag looks glorious on the bottle, I must admit. Dalmore, known for using those, Richard Patterson, the master blender there, known for using those big old Solana sherry style Methuselahs and Olorosos, and yeah, he loves those big sherried casks, old sherry casks. This is a 2024 edition. This is last year's 30-year-old combination of select Tawny port casks as well in here. Wow.
Yes, they have that. It's Graham's Port they work with quite often, isn't it? How much is a bottle of this set you back, Dave?
Nearly £5,000. Nearly £5,000, yeah. And this was this was a big ticket price, wasn't it? There was a £20 ticket price on this £5,000 bottle of whiskey, but I think there were only 249 tickets available, and it didn't quite sell out. Actually, it's unusual because Dalmore normally disappears pretty quickly. Maybe everyone's got one of these now.
I suspect not.
I've just found one in this drawer down here, Jake. Oh, and there's another one in my back pocket. Okay, well, there are people who did buy tickets for this, and well done you, because the odds have just got a little bit better for you. And we're going to spin that wheel right now as soon as I bring it in. There it is.
Blimey. Right, the big one. Okay.
Here's
Here we go. It is David P. Huge congratulations, David. That is the big ticket item of the day.
the big ticket item of today. Mind you, there's been 9 pretty good.
There have been some serious spirits in this draw, Dave. Blimey.
Yeah, that is. I just look at that collection there and thinking, wow. I mean, we'll do a quick add up there. What's that? Oh, yes, it is. It's over £11,000 worth of retail price in there. Yeah. So yes, lots of ultra rare whiskies being won. It was the highest ticket price on there was £20 out of that lot. Most of them are 5. Over half of them are 5. 60% of them were 5. Yeah, 6 out of 10 £5 tickets. Yep, there you go.
Wow. So some good stuff in there. Right. I mean, I'm sure you're going to tell us maybe what the highlights are to go and look out for in next week's draw, but my mind's already drifting to Father's Day madness, which is not quite yet over. It's
no.
It's hard to by themselves whiskies, apart from the ones that do. We like them as well.
Father's Day whiskies. Yeah, I think I've got enough. I don't think the kids would be buying me whiskey. Don't forget to send your photos in when you do receive your winnings, because we do like to put them up on the website. It's not compulsory, but we certainly do like to see your happy faces along with the prizes. And certainly if you crack them open, share and enjoy. That's what they're for. We'll be back next week. We've got another 10 stunning looking whiskies. I mentioned them earlier, right at the beginning, that Ardbeg 33 from a year that it shouldn't be running, 1991. That Brora closed distillery, Liquid History, and the St Magdalen, again, that Lowland distillery that's so collectible. I know a very serious collector. You do too, I'm sure. St Magdalen, we've met him a few times.
That's a cool one.
Sorry?
That's a cool one. That's a cool lot. Cool draw for sure.
Yes, lots of lovely stuff in there. 86 Glenfarclas, a single cask. That'll be banging. Yes, superb. So much. And the week after that, there's a new stuff just gone up on the website I saw yesterday. And that's just, I'm not going to mention them. You have to go and find them. Have a look. Go and have a look. I mean, there's just a serious collection in there. Yeah. Okay. Until the next time. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You especially, Jack.
Oh, thank you, Dave. You too.